What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my second video of the day. And as you can see by the title, in today's video I will be talking about 5 potential trade targets for the Cleveland Guardians, as we are now officially 1 week away from the MLB trade deadline, which of course, if you don't know by now, I will be streaming the trade deadline. So hopefully we get some action. I'm looking at you, Antoinetti. And I want to see us make a couple moves to improve this team. Because in case in case you're blind, the Guardians are still in the hunt for not only the division, but also the wild card. Not to mention, we kind of have a mess to sort out in the farm system. Kind of have a log jam. Got to resolve that, because the Rule 5 draft is coming back, I believe, next year, and we don't really want to be losing some players, so got to have room, to save some players. So I expect us to make some moves regardless. But yeah, let's talk about some potential trade targets. Now, I put these guys in order of likelihood that we could trade for them, not likelihood that they get traded in general, because in my honest opinion, most of these guys are probably going to get traded somewhere. Maybe not here, but somewhere. Now, the first 2 guys that I'm going to mention are guys that I've already talked about, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on them. And those 2 guys also play a position that we really, really need. And those 2 guys are Sean Murphy, catcher for the Oakland A's, and Willson Contreras, catcher for the Chicago Cubs. Now, if you ask me which one would I want the most, it's Willson Contreras, because that dude has one hell of a bat. Now, his defense is kind of but man, that dude makes up for it with his offensive output. And that's what we need. Right now, we have a black hole on offense at catcher. You put Willson Contreras, or even Sean Murphy, batting, let's say, 7th, right? Let's say you put him 7th or 8th. That makes our lineup that much better. Because right now it's like, at this point, let's say we have runners on 2nd and 3rd. 1 out, alright? Here comes Austin Hedges. What's he going to do? A, strike out. B, base hit. Or the super rare home run. That's pretty much what he does. He'll get a base hit every once in a while. And even more rare, he hits a home run. He might be one of the worst catchers on offensive catchers. But we already knew this when we traded for him. We knew he was a black hole on offense when we traded for him. We traded for him for his defense. And even that, it's like he's been lackluster on defense at times. And then you look at his backup, freaking Luke Maile, our one single major league free agent signing this past offseason. Like, what? The one guy we signed as a major league free agent, and he freaking sucks. Like, of course he sucks. My God. Oh, we need a better catcher, especially because we have Bo Naylor coming up. That's why I think Willson could be an option. Because let's say, this year, we tell Maile to kick rocks, so we go with Willson and Hedges. Okay, cool. And then next year, Bo Naylor's up. Well, you probably have Bo and maybe another free agent or something. Or maybe they shock us all and they extend Willson. Ooh. Imagine they trade Fran Neal. You bring up Bo next year. You extend Willson. Oh, look. You could do what the Twins do. You could have Bo be a catcher one day with Willson at DH. And then you could flip-flop them. That'd be pretty dope. But yeah, I think of the 2, I think Sean Murphy is probably the most logical because he has term left on his contract, and he's actually pretty good too. Now, the next guy that I'm going to talk about is a guy that Guardians Twitter has somewhat manifested, and that is Marlins pitcher Pablo Lopez. Now, fun fact, a couple years ago, right near the end of the deadline, the Guardians, or at that point the Indians, actually talked to the Marlins about Pablo. Of course, nothing materialized, but that was pretty interesting. And, get this, just a little bit ago, I saw a tweet from, I think, John Heyman saying the Marlins are listening when it comes to anybody but Alcantara. So, Chris Antonetti, Chernoff, hey guys, how you doing? Call for Pablo. I mean, if we had a top 3 in the rotation of Bieber, McKenzie, Pablo, that'd be dope. Not gonna lie. Now, the next guy that I really think we could go after is Reds pitcher Luis Castillo. I think he is attainable. It'd probably take a lot, but I think it's possible that we could pull something together to get Luis Castillo and bring him to the good side of Ohio. Get him the hell out of that dump in Cincinnati. You know? Bring him to a team that wins. That's actually had success. You know? Get him the hell out of Cincinnati. Now, as far as pie in the sky, pigs could fly option, you know I had to put this guy on there. Juan Soto. We have been mentioned as a possible destination for Juan. And the thing is, if you want to completely empty out your farm system for 2.5 or so years of a guy, there's your guy. Completely just blow up the farm system, send everybody, almost most of your top 10 prospects for Juan Soto. Now, if they were to extend him, which they aren't, I already know that because he's going to want way more money than we can ever afford. I mean, this dude's, we're talking, $100 million to Jose. That was the largest contract we've ever given out. Juan Soto wants 5 times that. He wants like 500 mil plus around there. Yeah, that's a no. Not to mention, they want to add a little something, something. Yeah. The Nationals want to add a partially cooked Patrick Corbin. No. Look at that contract. No. Not happening. Now, some other options. I'm actually going to leave them up there. Because look at that. Ugh. Repulsive. It's like, oh, you want Juan Soto? Here's a freaking barbecued Patrick Corbin. Slightly washed. Partially cooked. Freaking disgusting. Nasty contract. Ugh. I don't even think I would take him even if that contract wasn't repulsive. Now, for some other options, you have Josh Bell. He would be a good one as a first base option. And here's a guy that you could get as a possible add-on with Wilson Contreras. How about a David Robertson? Yeah. Look at how his headshot lurks behind Wilson Contreras' shoulder. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think of the 5 guys that I listed originally, I think the most likely acquisitions for the Guardians are either Murphy, maybe Pablo, and I guess Luis. You could say Wilson too. But it just depends on how much we want to give up for him. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is there anyone else that you would want the Guardians to go after? If there's any rumors out there. I already saw something from Jesse Rogers yesterday saying that we were in on Wilson Contreras, which really makes me happy. We'll see if that, materializes, if anything. I already saw something, too, about the Mets going after him. We'll see what happens. I mean, for all I know, after I post this video, Wilson could be a Met. And it's full on the Murphy for me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys later. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guardians. And I'm out.